Welcome to Global Tax Talks. I'm Will Morris, and we're filming here in Bogota, Colombia, where we are at our second LATAM Client Tax Policy Roundtable, where I'm delighted to be joined by my old friend, Sandra Benedetto, who is a TLS partner in PwC Chile, and Gonzalo Vergara, who is a TLS senior manager in Chile, and both of them key tax policy experts in the LATAM region. So Sandra, Gonzalo, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great. So Sandra, let me start with you. Even though now the retaliatory legislation which was moving through the US Congress has been withdrawn, there's still been a lot of talk recently about unfair taxes. Now, Chile has a VAT on digital services as opposed to a DST, but what's your assessment of Chile's policy choice, and is this provision considered a success?
Well, to be honest, I think that we were very successful. Okay, I would say from two perspectives. One, from a collection view, but also from a policy point of view. You know, this VAT service tax was introduced in 2020. And that time there was a long discussion whether we should include a DST or a VAT. And finally, Chile took the recommendations of the OECD and incorporated it as a VAT, or B2B and B2C. So it's quite broad. And you know that for us, VAT is it's the more effective tax in order to collection as well as the compliance. So it worked very well in that sense. And I think that it put us in a position where today, I tend to believe that it will not be qualified as a DST. So therefore, that put us in a situation where, you know, we don't have that problem.
Right.
Okay. The other thing that why I think that we have been successful in that regard is if you see from a collection perspective, okay? Because even though at the beginning when it was introduced, it was expected to collect not that much, it demonstrates that it's absolutely a success indeed. It collect, I think, at about $1 billion since the moment it was introduced. And the reason why is because the way in which the compliance was regulated, it was quite a novelty because it was through a specific web page in English. It could be paid in English, and basically who were the taxpayer responsible of the payment was also very well regulated. So indeed, it has been a very, I would say, efficient tax.
Good. Okay, great. Gonzalo, do you have any observations on this?
Yes. Also, the government, when they established this regulation, they were really aware that it could have a problem if the treatment was different from a foreign company than from a Chilean company. And the VAT application is the same for a Chilean company and for a foreign company for the same services. So that also is useful.
That's a very important point, particularly when we come to DSTs, because if it's not discriminatory, then that's a really helpful point. So Gonzalo, let me stay with you. So let's look ahead. Chile has presidential elections at the end of this year. From a tax policy perspective, what are the main proposals in play, and really what should companies be monitoring at this point?
Yes, we have the primaries of the government. The current government is Jara, and she is proposing to increase taxes on high net worth individuals. So that's an important thing. And the opposition will not have a previous, all of them will go to the polling in December. Mm-hmm. And the two main candidates of the opposition are, the thing that is interesting for the foreign investors' perspective is they are talking to return to foreign investors' status. Mm-hmm. And that could be really useful because we had one in the past and it proved be really successful. So that is an important development that people should be paying attention in the next month.
Good. Or two. Well, it's good to hear people talking about that. Sandra, any thoughts from you on this?
Well, yeah, I think that also if you think more from the taxpayer point of view, and in particular regarding enterprises and businesses, I think that the great concern regards to certainty.
Right.
No more changes, just to have like the clear path on taxes. Because we used to be a country where the tax system was very stable, but during the last 10 years, there has been many tax reforms. So in such a way, business people.
Right.
Basically, what they are looking for is to have a stability. So I think that there is some room to discuss about the possibility of broaden, the number of taxpayers, because we also have a very huge amount of taxpayer, basically individuals, that do not pay taxes because they receive, income lower than certain threshold. So I think that we will see what happens.
Good. Well, thank you both very much for that. And I think this gives us a very good reason to hold our third Client Tax Policy Roundtable in Chile next year.
We will have news.
And to discuss this more. So thank you, Sandra, Gonzalo, for joining us.
Thanks to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us, and come back next time so that you stay global tax ready.